Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming here at Radiant Skin Therapy off Todd Drive. It's always a pleasure to be here. Yes. But with us, we have Jenny Addis from Inspiration Speaks. It's so great to have you back, Jenny.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back.
Well,
it's
we
exciting.
love having you.
So
absolutely.
Yes.
Jenny's going to talk to us a little bit about the importance of safety this prom season and driving. And can you just share your story a little bit with us and how Inspiration Speaks came to be about?
Sure. So on March 16th, 1997, if you can imagine, I was 24 years old. So, you know, very prime, you know, part of our life when we're young women like that. And I was having a bachelorette party for my future sister-in-law when my designated driver picked me up later that night, and he had been intoxicated. And we had headed home, and he decided to pass another vehicle on the right-hand shoulder of the road going about 85 miles an hour. So if you can imagine, all of that just didn't mix. So with that, I became a C5, C6 quadriplegic. So I'm paralyzed from about my mid-breast down. And you can imagine that brought on a lot of new hardships and struggles that have not been easy over the years. So Inspiration Speaks came about when I realized that I had this really great story to share that could potentially save lives and be life-saving for other families. And Inspiration Speaks just kind of spoke it loud and clear.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What an incredible, what an incredible
you brighten
story.
up when you start talking about that too.
Really?
Yeah, I get goosebumps when I hear it, and then you just are so cheery about such a negative situation and turning a positive.
Yeah.
So what is Inspiration Speaks? What is your mission?
So basically my mission is to go out and educate, motivate, and inspire others to like find, you know, and just embrace like a life-changing event and turning it into something positive, and just kind of promoting like finding your own inner strengths and kind of doing something with that, not just sitting on that. Because I think we all have very interesting stories, and we all have hardships and struggles that we go through all the time, but nobody really talks about them or shares them. And so that's why I took this platform and I kind of ran with it, or rolled with it, you could really say. So.
Yeah, and I think it's really incredible that you're willing to share your story and some of the challenges that you have gone through over the years, and with some incredible groups and making some big impacts. So tell us a little bit, and for viewers at home too, what kinds of groups you've spoken to and what kinds of topics you cover.
Yeah, so I go out and I speak to schools of all ages. So I mean, I go from the K through 12, and then colleges, universities, conventions, conferences. And some of the topics that I kind of try to focus on are the consequences of drinking and driving. And interestingly, you know, over the years, and we've talked about this, Jessa, that over the years, I kind of had to shift that a little bit, because our kids out there have so many more peer pressures than we ever have. So I've turned that into talking about the consequences of drinking and texting and driving, drinking and drugging and driving, and you know, just reckless driving in general. So that's a big focus that I like to share. That's very close to my heart. And then I talk about a lot of other topics. I get to talk about like the importance of wheelchair accessibility, the importance of medical research. I talk to the itty bitties about just inclusion and respecting each other, and you know, all those kind of things, because we all may look differently, and we all may have different struggles and things going on in our lives. So I like to really kind of, if you sat in a room and were able to just participate in one of my events, it's amazing, because when you have a group of high schoolers and you can hear a pin drop in the room, they're so engaged with what you have to say. Oh my gosh, you want to go back and you want to talk to every school, every student out there. And then you have the itty bitties that you get to talk to about, you know, they like to talk about some of the fun stuff, like how fast the wheelchair goes. So, so we kind of touch on a lot of different fun things like that. So.
Oh my gosh, our time goes so fast here. If there is one take-home message that you want to wrap up with, what is that?
That would be very simple. It would be my voice, your choice. I have this story that I want everybody to hear me saying it, and I want them to take home something from that, and whatever aspect they want to take from my story is fine. I mean, if they want to grasp onto the drinking and driving, that's great. But if a kid wants to go home and tell their mom and dad, hey, buckle up, like that can save our life, that's what I want people to hear. And
thank you so much for being here. Again, this is Jenny Addis. Google her, you'll find everything about her. This Is How I Roll, I believe, is your Twitter. You can find her there as well. Stay tuned. We've got Ann Hill from Radiant Skin Therapy coming up, and you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for more Girl Talk.